Good morning. So we have passed the halfway point. I'm very excited about that, and only about 315 miles from Oregon. So this video is going to take us all the way through Northern California and into Oregon. And based on the miles I've been getting lately, it looks like that should be about 2.5 weeks. The elevation has continued to go down, so the hike has been easier because the elevation's lower. We're not having all the mountains and passes that we have to climb, so I'm able to get miles faster, which is great. It looks like we could potentially have some fire closures to deal with because of the wildfires out here. You can tell behind me here, it looks pretty smoky out here right now, and pretty much every day here lately, everything kind of smells like smoke, and there has been some smoke to deal with, but nothing too serious. But so this video will take us all the way through Northern California into Oregon, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Good morning. So I'm well into past the halfway point of the PCT, which is great. Very excited to be past that halfway point. It was a big morale boost. It's usually not this dark this morning, but we've got the wildfire that's burning pretty close to us. There's a section of trail that was closed because of that fire, and I'm about 11 miles north of that closure right now. So PCT is pretty conservative about getting people off the trail, or pretty aggressive about getting people off the trail to keep them safe. So I feel plenty safe. I checked the update this morning, and I'm still in a safe area that's not closed, but probably can't tell on this video, but there's a lot of smoke. Now, I take that back, not a lot of smoke. I don't want to exaggerate. There is some smoke in this area. It definitely smells smoky enough to where I felt like putting this over my mouth and nose for a while hiking this morning. There's like ash floating down, and just don't feel comfortable breathing in a ton of smoke. But I've got a section, it's gonna be kind of a long day. It's about a 23, 24 mile day. There's a section coming up here in about 3 miles from where I am now, and it's about a 20-mile section where you can't camp there unless you have a bear canister. And we were technically allowed to send our bear canisters back quite a ways back, like 150 miles back. And we all knew this one small section was going to be coming up, so we were prepared for it. We knew it was going to happen, but it just makes for a decently long day. But the terrain's pretty smooth, not a whole lot of climbing, so it shouldn't be too bad of a 23, 24 mile day. It shouldn't be too difficult. So got an early start today, so I should be there hopefully by about 5 or 6 o'clock this evening. And hopefully the smoke clears up, but you can tell a little bit because it's very hazy. Kind of show you the sky a little bit. It's just really hazy. Like I said, it's like 5:45 in the morning, and usually by now the sun's really brightening things up, but it's kind of covered today. So all right, gotta get going. I will talk to you later. All right, so you can kind of see from up here what the smoke looks like. It's pretty thick. Because usually it's by 6 o'clock. It's usually pretty bright out here. You can definitely smell it. We are walking through a burn zone here. We've got about 6 miles of trail that's gonna look like this. So I know Sean was showing a lot of videos with some beautiful scenery, but this is certainly not it. 6 miles of this mess with no shade in this heat. But nice level trail, no hills to climb before we get through this stretch, so can't complain too much. Just not much to look at. All right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I I look funny, but you're making money, see? So yo world, are you ready for me? Now get around. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I drink the bottle of Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with a That song was dedicated to my best friend from high school, Dean Watmore. Love you, buddy. Plus, I'm really bored. Nothing to do. Nothing exciting walking through this post-apocalyptic looking landscape here. You got that wildfire cloud back there in the back. It's like a nuclear bomb just went off in here. See ya. She's been circling my camp for about 30 minutes now. So I had people asking early on if we were experiencing any of the heat wave or the excessive heat out here. And I kept saying no, because we weren't. Because we were up above 10,000 feet for a long time. So the weather was great. If anything, it was kind of cool most of the time. But if you ask me today if we're experiencing it, I'm gonna say yes, definitely. Because now I think we're below 5,000 feet and it's hot. Maybe the hottest day I've hiked so far, including that desert section. Because that desert section was all the way back in April, early May. But this section here, wherever we are, late July, it is really hot. Not a lot of water either, so having to carry more water now. Can't get by with 1 liter right now. To carry 2 to 3 liters because there aren't many water sources. All right, I'm tired. I gotta keep going. No more talking. We have cows on the trail today. That's something I would expect to see up here. What's up, cow? And the trail is taking us through a bunch of volcano rock here at, I think we're about mile 1400 right now. So one thing I want to remember about this section around mile 1400 or so is just look at how dusty and dirty. It's just like this all the time. Sorry, but these feet are just disgusting. And you can't do anything to keep it clean. Everything, you just walk and there's just dust everywhere. It's extremely dry and hot. So I sit here and have lunch. My Pop-Tarts that are all crushed. It's even like, you know, my arms are just constantly dirty and I can't get myself clean. I think I see some trail magic. Oh, please be something left in here. It is so hot today. There's some water which I can use for sure. All right, anything in here? Oh yeah, look at that. Ice. Is it chocolate milk, Gatorade, not Gatorade, ginger ale. Oh, Coke. That is perfectly timed trail magic right there. Hey, so taking a little detour off the trail today. There's it's called Lake Brighton Bridge. It's that bridge in that movie Stand By Me with, I can't remember all the people in it. River Phoenix was in it. Anyway, we're real close to that bridge. So I went off back up this way a little way, set up camp, dropped off, like set up my tent and all that stuff to get rid of some weight. And now just gonna do a little day hike and go check out that bridge. I always loved that movie. So a lady at where I had breakfast this morning told me it was just like a mile or two off the trail. So looked it up and found it. So I'm gonna do a little day hike out there and go check it out. Well, the bridge is blocked. Kind of wanted to get over there and take a picture. Don't know if I can though. I don't see anything that says don't come over it, but it looks a little dangerous. All right, we got over the barrier. I just kind of accidentally stumbled upon this place called Bernie Falls. Really cool area. I wish I would have got a video of that waterfall back there, but I'll put a picture of it on here. But I forgot to video it while I was there. Just a really cool area. It's amazing how cold this water is still. It's so clear. I think this is the first time I've taken a day. I only did about a half a day of PCT hiking, and the rest of this has been going out to that Brighton Bridge that I had in the last video where they did the movie, and then came upon this place called Bernie Falls. I had no idea that there was a store this close to my camp, so that walk out there to Brighton Bridge was a little longer than I thought it would be, and it was hot. I was out of water. Man, I was so thirsty. And I came up on that little general store in this park. And oh man, that was awesome. Got an ice cold soda, ice cream sandwich, and I'm completely rejuvenated now. I should have done this more often and take some of these little day hikes like this, maybe just like a half a day of PCT hiking. This was really fun. You know, I have my camps all set up and ready to go, so I think I'm only like a quarter of a mile away from my camp right now, so it's already set up, good to go. So, and I'm kind of ahead on miles here lately, so I don't feel like I don't have that guilty feeling of that I missed out on getting more miles in. So I really should have done this way more often. There's no telling how many cool things like this I've missed along the way. I mean, I've seen some great stuff for sure, but I've probably missed a lot of stuff too by getting too focused on getting as many miles as I can get in a day. think this is the mama here. There's two babies right up there. There's one. Hey, so we're at mile 1471 today, and got some rain. So I've got my rain jacket on, got my cover on my backpack, and it has been it's just kind of a light sprinkle, but it's been going on for a while, and it has really dropped the temperatures to a just great weather for hiking. Some would think it's a little wet, but after these last few days of the heat that we've had to hike in, this is just a huge welcome blessing. So a great morning so far, and I'll take this sprinkling all day long. That'd be great. Hey, so really pretty trail today. Maybe it's because it's cloudy and rainy and it's not just scorching hot, so I'm actually feeling like taking my time and looking around a little bit. But everything is just really green out here. And I think on a video recently, I think I said something about these trees with all this moss on them. And if I'm not mistaken, and please don't quote me on this, but I think this is called lichen. Look how thick it is on there. And if I've got the wrong terminology on that, I apologize, but I can't Google it right now because we have no signal. But it's really cool. And even up like on these rocks up here, passing by a lot of these rocks like this. Now I believe that is moss, but I could be wrong. I'm no expert, that's for sure, but just really pretty through here. We're getting really close to Oregon. So I've really been pushing myself here lately on mileage, and some of the younger hikers or more experienced hikers might be watching this thinking that's not very far, but been averaging about 23 miles a day. And so I kind of have like a little goal for myself. It's, what is it, 10 by 10 and under 10 by noon. That's my goal every day. 10 by 10, under 10 by noon. So what that means is I want 10 miles by 10 o'clock in the morning. And then by noon, I want to have less than 10 miles to get to camp. And if I stick with that, it's pretty good. But for me, that means on the trail walking by no later than 5 a.m. And I have a little routine that I do in the morning of stuff that, some exercises and stretches and some Bible reading, and then you got everything to pack up and breakfast and drink some coffee. So it really takes me about 2 hours to hit the trail. So, which means I need to be up by 3 o'clock at the latest. And to be honest with you, it has not been a problem at all getting up at 3 o'clock because I'm so tired by the end of the day. By 8 o'clock, I just pass out. So I'm still getting a good 6 hours of sleep, and I sleep solid for that 6 hours. I've really become accustomed to sleeping outside, and I sleep really good out here right now. Or it's just because I'm exhausted. But so really pushing myself to get a lot of miles, spend less days in hotels, because right now I am going to be to a town called Etna by Monday. And so after Monday, I won't stay in a hotel again until Oregon. And because after Etna, I think I have 87 miles to get to Oregon. And with the way I'm moving now, I can knock that out pretty fast. So I'll be headed out on Tuesday, and I think I should be in Oregon by Saturday. And the reason that's it's so exciting for me is that anytime you take on some kind of big, giant task, it's always good to break it up into little chunks, little benchmarks, so that, it kind of makes it a little less daunting to break it up like that. So for instance, if I was doing the Appalachian Trail right now, I think I would have already been through 12 different states. And so you celebrate every time you cross a border into another state. It's like a big celebration, big achievement. Well, crap, it's like I've been in California for a year. It's been beautiful, seen some great stuff, but I'm just ready to cross a border into another state. And I don't want it to sound like I'm rushing through this because I hate it and I'm miserable and I just want to get home. But I know I mentioned this earlier that one of the main reason that I did this hike was I just wanted a really tough mental and physical challenge for myself. You know, call it a midlife crisis or whatever, or reset or something. I just wanted to test myself a little bit and, you know, see if I still have it. And so finishing this thing is a huge thing for me. I mean, I love the hike and camping and all the struggles. I mean, they're hard. Some days I'm not loving it so much, but so I'm not trying to hurry up and finish because I hate it. It's just, I don't know. I feel like the goal line is in sight. I feel like I'm in the fourth quarter of a football game or something. Like, all right, we're almost there. Let's finish strong. So again, I plan on after Etna, you know, which again is coming up here on Monday, to pushing to raising it to 25 miles a day. I haven't ventured to 25. I might hit 25 today, just because the weather's so great. Like right now, it's 10:30. It's usually really hot and kind of miserable right now, but it's still sprinkling. It's probably about 65 degrees and not going through a ton of water. So I might get 25 in today. I don't need to. I've already got my plan set for Etna on Monday. So honestly, it really doesn't do me any good to get any more miles in. But anyway, there's just a quick update. As you can tell, I'm in a pretty good mood today. So doing a lot of talking and had some trail magic back there, which was great. Some dad, probably about my age, showed up to do some trail magic for his daughter who's doing this hike, who's probably about my daughter's age or my son's age, and had several big boxes of donuts and orange juice. And of course he offered some to some of us that came by, and had just that was the best donut I've ever had in my life. It's maple donut, and I don't know, it was great. And I couldn't help but think that if it was my son or daughter doing this, man, I would absolutely drive from Texas to set up some little trail angel section, you know, to meet them. That's something that would be, I'm sure when he hooks up with his daughter here in a little bit, when she shows up, I'm sure there's going to be some tears there of pride and joy. So I would definitely be a little teary-eyed if one of my kids was doing something like this and I got to show up and bring them some snacks, especially having done it myself and knowing what they've been through. But all right, that's enough rambling. Maybe I'm talking so much because that donut gave me a big boost of sugar or something. But anyway, great day, very good mood, and just so excited that I'm getting really close to another state. And those states go pretty fast too. It's only about 400 miles across Oregon, 4-something, and I think not much more than that across Washington. So if I stay with what I'm doing, I will be wrapping this thing up at the end of September, and hopefully won't miss very much OU football. So anyway, gotta go, and I'll talk to you soon. Cool view right there, huh? That mist or whatever it is over the mountains. It's not smoke from the fire or anything. That's from the rain today. That's really pretty. Hey, so that great little sprinkle, cooler weather drizzle that was coming down today that I was talking so good about, it has turned into an all-day rain. And I got really fortunate that I came across a campsite that was about 1.5 miles to 2 miles before where I had planned on stopping, but it was still a 21-mile day. So there's a campsite, there's a creek right here by me, so I have plenty of water. And I had found this campsite, and I was just about to take a little break and get a little snack before I finished out the last couple of miles. And the rain started coming down again just a little bit, but I was able to get my tent up and
get all kind of set up in here before the rain started coming down too hard, but it's coming down pretty good now. And I don't have, most of my stuff is not too wet. I'll show you here in the tent. I've got everything kind of hanging up to dry and making something to eat real quick because I am really hungry. And I'm gonna wait this out a little bit and see if hopefully this rain lets up. But for however long I've been out here now, 2 months? No, oh, way longer than that. Anyway, losing my mind. We've never had a day like this on the trail where it just rained all day like this. And so this is kind of new for us. I've had a couple of days where, I mean, maybe only 2 or 3 days where we got showers and, you know, for like an hour or two, but it's been going all day since, I think it started up about like maybe 9 o'clock this morning or so. But, so I'm going to stay here. It's only, well, it's almost 4 o'clock, so it's not that early, but, it'll give me a chance to rest, read. I haven't done any reading, my book for a while, so I can get caught up on that. And, anyway, that's it. Gonna stay here in the rain and hopefully not fall asleep too early. This rain will probably put me to sleep. Bye.
I was really needing this water source. I am out of water, and it is 12 miles till the next water source. So climb up here because I hear some kind of trickling. A lot of bees. It's like right back there. That should work. Good morning. So we have finally crossed into Oregon. Goodbye, California. I loved you, but I am glad to have crossed into another state. It's a big morale boost. I feel like I'm really getting close now. 3 weeks through Oregon, another 4 weeks through Washington, and then I'll be headed home. Still in very southern part of Oregon. Hadn't changed a whole lot from Northern California. A little hotter and drier than I expected, but still dealing with a lot of smoke. I don't know if you can tell back down that way, all that cloudiness, that's smoke. Had a lot this morning when I was hiking. It felt like I was breathing in, but it feels like I don't feel like I'm breathing in as much smoke as I was earlier this morning. But anyway, in Oregon now, excited, and this next video that I do will take us all the way through Oregon to Washington. It's probably gonna be, I'm probably gonna be halfway through Oregon before I get to upload this to YouTube, so I can get, before I get to some good Wi-Fi where I can upload it to YouTube. But anyway, I will talk to you soon.